Okay, it's Friday, and hopefully everybody's had a great week. Just going to give the people a few minutes to join us. So, as you see, I have some props. So I just need someone to just say hello, tell me that they can hear me, then we continue. That's all. It's been a busy week, exciting here at the Y. We're in the process of rehiring, we're in the process of getting ready to open. I'm talking to members, talking to people, they all can't wait to come back to us and join the Y family again. Great. All right, just give everyone a couple of minutes, relax. I sent a message out to everybody. We're going to do a chair meditation, so you are going to need a chair. Okay. Obviously, you might not have a spine, cushion, or ball, but we'll definitely need a chair. So I'm going to start. Again, it's very hard teaching a class, difficult because you don't know your audience. So some of you might have been practicing meditation for many years. Some of you may not even know what meditation is. Okay, so there are many different types of meditation, different styles, different families of meditation. And when you meditate, you have to find something that works for you. All right? The style of meditation that I might practice might be very different from the style of meditation that you practice. So I'm going to do a very simple, excuse me, a very simple one today. And it's not going to be for the whole 45 minutes because it takes a lot of practice to be able to meditate for a length of time because your mind starts wandering. So one of the simplest forms of meditation is a guided meditation. That's where someone, myself in this case, takes you on a journey. And so that's the type of meditation that we try to keep you engaged. One of the best things about meditation is you're comfortable. You have to be comfortable in your body, in your head, in your mind, where you are. If you have a lot of extraneous thoughts coming in, or you have your body, you're in physical pain, it makes it very difficult to meditate. Okay, so this is why we're starting with the chair. The chair shouldn't be the chair shouldn't be a lazy boy, a recliner, or a couch. It should be more of a hardback type of chair. This one's got a little bit of a cushion, but preferably you really don't want any cushion. Like a dining room chair, something like that would be perfect. Okay, with a nice straight back. I'm just using this one for now. Okay. So as you can see, I've got some props. This is the spine. So what we're trying to do when we meditate, the spine should all be in its elongated form, the length. All right. So when you sit, what happens to you is your spine it has a tendency to tuck under like this. All right. So it puts a lot of pressure on the sacrum and everything. So with Tai Chi, we really want you to try and keep the spine nice and straight. That's why when you meditate, we always want to keep the head up and the feet down, whether you're sitting, whether you're standing. Those are really the only ways to meditate unless you have some sort of physical disability that stops you from being in a sitting position or a standing position. We should never meditate lying down because it causes a lot of problems with the spine. Okay. The whole idea of meditation is that our head is in a yan state. Yan is heaven, up. And our feet, our knees, our pelvis is in a yin state, which is the earth. So we want our feet, our root firmly grounded in the earth, and our mind, our head connected to the earth, to the heavens. So yin and yang. So yeah, we're the conduits, so the spine has to be as straight, open as possible. If you sit in a lazy boy, a recliner, the spine bends and we get some spinal compression, okay, among the discs. So the whole idea is that we should be in have an upright spine, whether we're sitting or standing. Okay, very simple. I know you can't really see the spine from there, but I have. When you come to a meditation class with me at the Y, I always bring the spine so we can look at it. For those of you that meditate on the floor, whether you use you sit directly on the floor or you use a cushion, this is called a zafu, meditation cushion. Very simple. This one's filled with a little bit of foam. Sometimes they're filled with beans, so they mold more to the body. They're very basic, very inexpensive. Put them on the floor, and they help keeping the spine in the correct position. I don't recommend, if you're not experienced meditator, I do recommend that you use a cushion or there's a meditation bench that you can use. I don't have one with me, but that's for a different style of meditation, but that's another option. Because what happens when you sit on the floor, you end up putting this curve, hyperextending your curve in your lumbar section. Okay, so we get a little bit lazy. So the whole idea is to keep this down and the body up. So when you're sitting on a cushion, you're sitting on the front portion of the cushion. You're not sitting squarely on the top. The feet, they recommend the lotus position or the half lotus position. That's very uncomfortable for a lot of people, and sometimes it takes a lot of practice, and we might have joint issues and concerns that will stop us from getting into that type of seated position. So with regard to the chair, I've got a little ball here. You could use the cushion, or if you have a yoga mat or something, you can roll a yoga mat up, and we just place it at the back. If you have some sort of back issues, so when you're sitting in the chair, oh, I can't see, I'm sorry. When you're sitting in the chair, you can have the ball supporting your lower back. Okay? So preferably, we don't want you doing this when you meditate. Get too relaxed, fall asleep, then it's relaxation and not meditation. So we always have the ball somewhere sitting in the lower back, or without the ball. So that's an option you can use when sitting in a chair. Hand positions. We want to keep the body as vertical as possible, as it's comfortable for us. So what that means is, where do we put the hands? Some people have the hands on the wrists, some people have the hands in the lap, wherever you put it. So what happens is, the further the distance from your center away from the body puts more strain on the spine. So if I have my hands out here in the knee position, it takes more control to keep the body vertical. All right, so it keeps a lot of pressure on that. Because what happens is, as we extend our arms away from the body, we're moving our center of gravity further away from the center. So what happens a lot of time is we end up leaning forward. This happens more so with the floor position as opposed to sitting in a chair. So I tend more to keep my hands closer to my center in my lap as opposed to out here at the wrists. In my position, the way I meditate, is I take my left hand, place it just below my belly, my dantian. Place my right hand on top and bring my two thumbs together so they sit in this position. If you are, this is a male position, yang. If in the female position, you would take your right hand, place it in your lap, place your left hand on top, and bring the thumbs together. This is the female position. This is yin. So we've got a yin position, and we have a yang position for the hands. I'm not going to go into why right now, but if you have questions, we can always talk about that after a session or during a class when we all come back. Right? It's very important, yin and yang. Very important meditation, as well as everything else in life. Okay, so we're putting our hands, in my case, my left hand and my right hand and my thumbs come together. If you're a female, it's the opposite. Right hand, left hand, thumbs together. The feet position. The feet should be flat on the ground. Right? We don't want to cross the legs, open the legs, extend the legs, no crossing. The legs should be straight and down. Feet, the ankles should be right underneath the knee. Okay, I'm going to turn this way so you can see. The knees are about hip distance apart. You can take your fists, put both hands together, place them between your knees, and bring your knees in. And when you bring your knees in, you just want to bring your feet together so they're directly underneath the knees. You don't want your feet out here and the knees coming in like this for this internal rotation of the hip. Okay, so we want to keep the knees vertical and the feet vertical. Right, so everything is pointing up. So fists together, hands together. All right, seated position. I'm not using the ball, but you're more than welcome to use the ball. Okay? Now when you're sitting, you want to imagine that you have perhaps a glass of water on your head, or a book, something that's going to keep your focus up. When you meditate, our tendency is to become more relaxed. Because the more we meditate, the more yin we move into a yin state. Yin state is more of relaxation, so we have a tendency to call in and collapse. So the whole idea is to keep the focus up and the spine open. So we want to think about, we're thinking about the vertebra and the discs. So with this opening position, the discs are open. All right? So we want the chi to flow. Everything is about alignment. It's not always about meditation. Everything has to be worked together. Even the way we breathe. There are different types of meditation, different types of breathing that go along with meditation. It depends on what your goal is, what it is you're trying to achieve. If you're doing a meditation to relax, we would use more of what is called post-birth or Buddhist breathing. If we are doing a meditation to create chi, to create, the Chinese word is jing, fire in the body, energy, we do what is called Taoist breathing or pre-birth breathing. It's a different way of breathing. But I know what's going on in the world right now, everybody needs to relax. We need to just step back, enjoy the moment, enjoy the time with your family, and take this moment to reflect on what's happening. You know, our lives are so stressful as it is, and now we add this additional pandemic that's going on around the world, and it creates a lot of additional stress. I am going to be doing a guided meditation, which means I'll be talking a lot, so hence the water, sorry. There's also, I guess it hasn't been going on the last couple of years, few years, there's a lot of talk about mindfulness. It's again, mindfulness is a type of meditation. mindfulness that you also have to be aware that there's also another type of meditation called mindlessness. It's a different style of meditation, okay, where you're not aware, you're unfocused. That's another different type. Everything has opposites, yin and yang. Mindfulness is a yang, mindlessness is yin. So there are different styles of types of meditation. All right, so we're going to get into position. I want you to get comfortable. Again, feet shoulder width apart, so they're aligned with your hips. Ankles perpendicular to your knees, down. Pelvis is tucked under a little bit, so we're trying to lengthen the spine. The shoulders are down and relaxed. The chest is empty. We don't want to breathe into the chest. You will notice if you take a big, deep in-breath into the chest, what happens is your chest rises. As your chest rises, you can feel some extension in your spine. So we're trying not to create any further extension in the spine. Okay, the spine, we're trying to keep it in its neutral position. So breathing is usually down here in the belly, not up here in the chest. Okay, anyone who's taken meditation with me, I talk about the Buddha. I know everybody knows who the Buddha is, and when you see statues of the Buddha, you always see the Buddha with a big belly. And that belly is a symbol of health. It's not that he ate a lot of rice or junk food or drank a lot of beer. The big belly means he has a lot of chi, energy in his belly. So this is where we store our chi. So it's a symbol of health. Okay, so all the breathing in meditation should be here in the belly, not up here in the chest. Okay, so I'm not really going to talk about the type of breathing we should do today. I'm not going to talk about style of breathing, what type of breath goes with what type of meditation. Okay, so this is we're going to do a very simple, a guided meditation. Try and relax, bring everybody down. One thing I will suggest is you're going to take the tongue and you're going to touch it up behind the top front teeth to the roof of the mouth. We have a hole here. We want to connect. Anybody who's involved with acupuncture, everything's connected. We have pathways throughout the body. With this energy, the chi flows. So with a relaxation style of meditation, we want the energy to circulate throughout the body. We're not looking at necessarily to go to any type of location in the body. Okay. Again, there are meditations that people have ailments, joint issues. We can send the energy to the joints. If anyone's familiar with the term Reiki, that is a energy work where we are using the energy of the universe and we are the conduit, and we can direct the energy to certain areas of the body or the mind, the heart, the spirit. That's a different story. So again, right now, feet facing forward, ankles are under the knees, hands, two fists, knees together. All right, so you might have to adjust your feet a little bit, because what happens is the more relaxed we happen, it might actually take a little bit of muscle control to keep the knees in. What happens is you meditate, you relax, and then you see how my legs just kind of open. I'm exaggerating slightly, but by keeping them fist distance, you'll notice there might be a little bit of tightness on the inner thighs here. All right, the adductor muscles holding everything in place. So we really want that position. First rule of meditation, it should not hurt. It should not be uncomfortable and there should be no discomfort to the body. Okay? So what happens if you're trying to meditate and you're having a hip problem or a hip joint, you know your mind is going to be going to that hip, and it's going to be focusing on the discomfort that's happening at that hip. So the whole idea is to get the body in as a comfortable position as it needs to be in order to bring the mind down. Right? Our mind in itself is very young, very busy, very active. We have a term that we use called monkey mind, which means it's constantly going. From the moment you wake up, stepping in the shower, you're washing your hair, you're getting ready for the day, but your mind is already focusing on breakfast, what the kids are going to do, got to go to the stores, car has to be repaired, I've got to call the plumber, I have to make dinner, what are we doing this weekend, I've got to call Aunt Bertha, so pay the bills, pay the mortgage, and all we're doing is enjoying the shower. So instead of being in that moment, enjoying the shower and the way the head feels with the soap and everything, we're already planning out our day. So meditation is a way that allows us to step back into ourselves, into our current position, the present, and enjoy the present. Okay, not keep focusing on what may or may not happen in the future. Okay, so meditation, especially at this time. We all read the newspapers, we know what's going on throughout the world. It's not just in America, it's everywhere. Some of us have family in other countries, so we worry about them. You have to allow yourself time, a moment that you are totally in your own body and totally calm, so you will allow you to continue for the rest of the day of your journey. All right. So, again, thank you for everyone who got back to me on Wednesday after Tai Chi class. Gave me some great ideas moving forward. I hope to build on that. I'm digressing a little bit here. My plan is to put the whole form in its parts up online so people can access it, not just the 24, but the Chen Man Ching, Embrace the Moon for those people who embrace the moon, even the Moving for Better Balance. We want to put it all online so people can at least follow it at their own leisure. Meditation is a little bit difficult as there's a lot of silence. All right, so I had to think long and hard about the type of meditation I'm going to do today and the length of time, because I know we're very busy. All right, I promise that's me talking. So, feet flat, toes forward, ankles underneath the knees, hands fist distance. Pelvis is a little tuck under that pelvis, and the back is straight. You can take your ball, stick it behind if you have a little back issue. Top of the head all the way up. So I really want you to focus on keeping your head up to the ceiling. Okay, up. It's always up. Hand position. If you're a man, a male, yang, left hand is by dantian, right hand is on top. Female, yin, right hand dantian, left hand on top. Okay. And if you're going to keep your hands at the wrists, you will notice that you feel some internal rotation at the shoulders, which is going to bring your center of gravity forward, which puts an extra strain on your lower back. But if you're comfortable and you have a strong back, this is also another option. The thumbs, what we do with the thumbs. The idea is that you create a little bit of pressure between the thumbs. It's a focus on the body that you can always come back to. Sometimes you can take a penny or something and just put it between your fingers. So you know if your thumb gets too relaxed, the penny drops. Okay? So this is always going to bring you back to your focus. Chest should be relaxed, shoulders should be down, breathing hopefully is down here in the belly, not up here in the chest. All right, so what I want you to do is to get into a a nice comfortable position, a position that does not create any tension or pain or joint issues in your body, whatever that means to you. Again, like everything else we do, this should not be painful. Okay? I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, if you can, if you feel comfortable closing your eyes. And I just want you to just breathe, nothing more than that. However you want to breathe. Again, breathing should be in and out through the nose. It's a filter. Let's use it. If you're unable to breathe in and out through the nose, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay. If you're unable to do either of those, just breathe naturally. Whatever is comfortable for you, whatever that means to you. Again, it's allergy season, it's still flu season, cold season, so you have to make it right for your body, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to become aware of your breathing. How does it feel? Are you breathing? Does it feel like you're breathing in the chest? Does it feel like you're breathing deep into the belly? I'm not asking you to change it. I just want you to become aware of it. That's all. Is the breath natural or does it feel forced? Are you aware that the breath goes into two lungs? Does it feel like one lung is getting more oxygen than the other lung? Again, I'm just asking you to become aware of the breath, not changing it. There's nothing wrong. And if you cannot feel your breath, that's fine too. Meditation, like everything, takes practice. All I want you to do is to feel the breath. Once you become aware of the breath, now I want you to become aware of the length of the breath. What I want you to become mindful of is the in-breath longer than the out-breath. Or perhaps the out-breath is longer than the in-breath. Or are they the same? Is the breath natural or is it forced? You become aware of the length of the breath. I'm not asking you to change it. I just want you to stay focused on the length of the breath. Next thing I want you to think about, focus on, is the gap between an in-breath and the gap between an out-breath and an in-breath. When we breathe, we don't breathe continually in and out. We take a breath in, there's a moment, it's a pause, and then we exhale. And then there's a moment that there's a pause. So we breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. That's how the body works. Now while you're breathing and thinking about the breath and the pause, I want you to notice if the pause between the breath is longer between the in-breath and the out-breath than between the out-breath and the in-breath. Again, just be aware of it, that's all. So we breathe in, we pause, we breathe out, we pause. That pause, we can apply the same principle of Uchi. It's when we're not breathing. The act of breathing is movement, is activity. The pause between the breaths is stillness and quiet. So that becomes what is known as Uchi, stillness. And a lot about what meditation is creating and finding stillness within the body. You may find as we go on this journey together that your breathing will slow down, which is fine. Okay? Again, you have to just stay focused on your body. Focus on the breath. You want to think about meditation like starting a car up in the wintertime. You know, you don't just get in the car, hopefully you don't just get in the car, turn the ignition on and drive at 100 miles an hour. Put the key in the ignition, turn it on, and you let the engine warm up. So the breathing moment allows our body to relax and get into that meditative, quiet state. It's the warm-up. Now I want you to become aware of my voice. Do not focus on the breathing, just relax and breathe. When you meditate yourself, that relaxation part, the moment before the meditation, sometimes can take a minute, sometimes it can take 10 minutes. You have to get the body in the right space in order for the meditation and the journey. Again, this is going to be a guided meditation. I'm going to take you on a journey. And again, I'm not going to explain the journey to you. You're just going to come join me and everybody else during this meditation. Firstly, we're going to just place ourselves in a desert. I want you to visualize the desert. What does that mean to you? Desert to one person can mean something very different to someone else. So this is your journey. So you're going to visualize yourself in the desert. Nighttime in the desert. It's right about dawn. As the sun starts to rise, you see in the distance some trees. Maybe it's an oasis, maybe it's the edge of the desert. In the distance though, you're You're not quite focused on it, but you know it's there. As the sun keeps rising, you can feel the warmth of the day as it envelops you. You gaze down at your feet. Do you have shoes on your feet, or are you barefoot? Bring your awareness up your body. What type of clothes are you wearing? Bring your awareness up through the chest and the shoulders. Do you have a jacket on, t-shirt, shirt? You realize that the sun is starting to get hot. As it rises overhead, you know that you have to move towards the trees. You have to move towards that oasis. You know there's nothing behind you, just more desert. So you can only move forward. Take that first step. As you step, what's happening to the soles of your feet? What's underneath that foot? How does it feel when you place that step on the ground? Is it uncomfortable? Is it comfortable? Are you happy to move towards the row of trees? Or are you hesitant? Take another step. How does that step feel? Feel the heat of the sun as it starts to break into the day. And all you know is that you have to move towards the horizon. You take another step, and another step, and another step. Before long, you're walking. How does the walking feel? Does it feel strained? Does it feel comfortable? Are you aware of the ground underneath your feet as you walk? How about the movement of your arms? Are they swinging naturally as you walk? Or are they down by your side? Become aware of your breathing while you're walking. Is it a relaxed breath? Or is it strained, forced? How do you feel about heading towards the horizon? Every step brings you closer to the forest, trees, the oasis. Keep walking. There's the trees. There are the forest. You can see. You can actually make out the trees. Are they tall trees? What type of forest does it look like? Is it a winter forest or a desert forest? Is it palm trees, pine trees, oak trees? Alive? Are they green? Or is the forest bare? The heat of the sun overhead is forcing you to just step up a little bit quicker. Pace yourself to get into the shade of the trees. Now you're almost there. What does it look like, this forest? This oasis? Can you see through it? Can you see into it? Is it open and inviting, or is it dark and foreboding? All you know is that you have to keep moving forward. there noises in this forest? Is it quiet? Is it just the wind? Or can you hear animals in the forest? Or bugs, birds? What's happening? The sun overhead is forcing you to take that first step into the forest, the trees. How do you feel about stepping into the forest? Do you feel happy, safe, or do you feel anxious, concerned? Can you just march right through? You look down to your feet. What's underneath your feet? Is it dirt? Is it leaves falling from the fallen trees? Is it brush? Is it open? Easy to get through? Or is it closed and you're finding it difficult to get through this forest to walk? Are the trees far apart, close together? The overhead completely shut off from the light of the sun, or does the sun come through? All you know is that you have to keep walking, keep moving forward, whatever that means to you. Quiet. How do you feel? How's your breathing while you're in the forest? Are you scared, anxious, or are you just enjoying the whole experience of being in this forest? The forest may be familiar. It may be something from your hometown, maybe a wooded park, something you're familiar with, or it could be the giant redwoods San Francisco. You just know that you have to keep moving. One foot in front of the other. Do your feet make any sound on the floor as you walk? As you gaze into the forest, as you look forward, see that it's opening up. And you ask yourself, what is that? Are there less trees? Is that a glade? Is it a field? What is that? All again, you know you have to walk towards it. As you get closer, it opens up into a pasture. Oh, and you can see the sunlight is coming down. It could be grass. It could be a plowed field. Just an open space. How do you feel about stepping into that space? Are you anxious to be out in the open? Did you prefer to be hidden within the trees? Or don't you mind? You like to want to step out into the sun, to embrace it. There might be animals in the field, tall grasses, or is it manicured? But you know you have to keep moving forward. Step out and start walking across this pasture, meadow, field, whatever that looks like to you. Do you feel safe here? Do you feel exposed and open? All you know is you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other as you walk through this field. What's underneath the soles of the feet? You look down. Again, are you walking quietly? Is it making a noise? ground moist, or is it dry? Keep moving forward. One foot in front of the other. How is your breath? How are the pauses with the breath? Is the breathing more relaxed? Calmer? Keep moving forward. Up ahead, you see something. You strain to look, but you know you have to get a little bit closer. It looks like water up ahead. Is it a stream? Maybe a river? Maybe a pond? Maybe an ocean? A lake? What is that? You can't really tell until you get closer. As you see, is the water calm, peaceful, inviting, blue, green, or is the water brown? Maybe it's just a dried up riverbed with just a trickle of water running down the center. Is it wide? Is it a wide river? Is it a lake? How does that body of water look to you? Now you realize that you have to cross, because where you need to go is on the other side of that body of water. Do you decide to jump in, to swim across? Maybe there's a bridge that you can walk over. Maybe you could just gently dip a toe in and just tread carefully as you walk across this stream or river. Maybe it's just up to your ankles. Maybe you can walk part of the way and swim part of the way. Maybe you just don't want to cross it. So you're looking for another way, but you know you have to get across. Perhaps it's a lake. If it's a lake, you can walk around it as opposed to crossing it. If it's just a stream, you might be able to jump over it. If it's a dried up river, you just continue walking through. How do you get across this river? Think about this river. How does it make you feel? Are you anxious? Are you comfortable? But you know you have to get to the other side. You're going to have to take that step, get to the other side of this body of water. Once you're across this body of water, you see a path. It may be a road, maybe a trail. It may be an old road full of potholes, stones. It could be a brick walkway, even just a path through the field. You know you have to keep walking forward. Keep moving forward. No choice. What sound do your feet make while you're walking on this path? Do you feel like you should have stayed by the lake or the river where it was comfortable, or you're very happy to keep going? You look to the left, you look to the right. What's beside you on this path? Are there fields? Maybe they're buildings. Is it something familiar to you? Or is it something unknown? Is it quiet? Are there noises? If there's buildings, are there people? Again, if it's a meadow, pasture, or a field, are there animals, birds, insects? Or is it just barren? All he knows, you have to keep moving forward. As you walk on your path, how do you feel? Do you feel nervous? Or relaxed? As you continue to move forward, you see a building up ahead. What type of building is that, you ask yourself? All you know is that you have to go to this building. What type of building? Is it an office building? Is it a tall skyscraper? Is it a house? Is it your house? Is it your parents' house? A friend's house? Maybe it's an apartment building. Maybe it's a garage. Whatever type of building it is, you know you have to go towards it. You get closer and closer to this building. You can see the building. It comes into your vision. Oh, do you recognize it, or is it unfamiliar? Does it have windows? Does it have doors? Are the windows open if it has windows? Are the windows broken? Does the building look abandoned? Or does it look inviting and warm? Is it tall? Wide? What does it look like to you? Is it brick? It might be a steel building. Hey, it might even be a tent. Whatever that is to you. It's a structure, it's a building. As you get closer to the building, you know you have to walk around it. You can't see inside. Maybe the curtains are drawn, if it's windows. Maybe the shutters are pulled. Maybe it's dark inside, you just can't see inside. Walk all the way around the building until you're standing in front of it again. Look up, look down, you don't see anybody. All you know is that you have to make a decision whether or not to step inside the building. You may not want to. That's fine. You can stand outside and enjoy this path and enjoy being outside. Maybe you're tired of being stuck inside all this time and you want to stay outside and enjoy the sunshine. Maybe the building is abandoned and there's no reason for you to go inside. But how does it look? As you move towards the entrance, is the door locked or is it open? Can you walk inside? Do you want to walk inside? As you stand at the entrance to this building, you have to make a decision to stay here or step inside or to walk away. It's your choice. While you stand there, just focus on your breath. the in-breath longer than the out-breath? Is the out-breath longer than the in-breath? You're going to become aware of the spaces between the breath, the wu-chi moment. Did the breath change? Are the spaces longer or shorter? You're going to become aware of your feet. You're going to become aware of your knees. You're going to become aware of your hips. You're going to become aware of your spine. Become aware of your shoulders. Become aware of your hands and your arms. Become aware of your neck. Become aware of the top of your head. You're going to become aware of your face. Realize again that you have a body. All the joints are connected. The breathing is relaxed. You're going to bring your mind back to the chair you're sitting on. You're going to become aware of your surroundings. Become aware of where you are in your space. If you're in a room or if you're outside. Going to take a breath in, big, deep, long in-breath in. Exhale out. Take another breath in. Another breath out. Once more, take a breath in and out. Very gently, you're going to open your eyes. Bring your palms together, your hands. Place them on your kidneys, just massage your kidneys. We ran over a little bit, and I think if you stuck with me the whole time, that was over 20 minutes. So if you have any questions about the journey that you want to talk to me privately about, you can instant message me, or if you have my telephone number, you can text me or call me on the phone number. Okay, I look forward to hearing your feedback or anything that you might have to say. Thank you very much for sharing this journey with me. I'm sorry it took us a little while to get started because I wanted to make sure that we had all the props. So enjoy your weekend, stay safe. For you, I wish you and your families a safe and nice weekend.